In this video, we are looking at doing something potentially useful with Python and messing around with file names. So the basic idea here is, what if we have a bunch of files and we want to change the names of all of them? So my thought is, what if I want to have all my CSV files and I want to change the name to something else? Just as something, I'm going to put a .new on all my CSV files in the current directory. So I have COVID-19.csv, I have weather.csv, and this is useful change file names. Some stuff got printed out. If I look at my COVID-19.csv, there it is with a .new at the end now, and there's my weather.csv with a .new as well. And I probably want to change that back. Okay. So there's various ways to do this. This is one way, using some of the functions that are shown in Chapter 10 of Automate the Boring Stuff. We're using the os module and the shutil module. There's a function in the os module called walk, and if you use that as the variable on a for loop, so if I do os.walk and I give it some directory, the dot here means the current directory, wherever I'm running the program from. And the way it works is it gives back a folder, which is a string, subfolders, which is a list of all the subfolders inside of the current folder, and a list of files. So the folder is some string, and when I had it printed over here, it says it's inside of dot. Are there any subfolders inside of the current folder? There are not. And then a list of files. So this files is a list variable, and there we see it printed out. And at that point, we could do whatever it is we want to do. So for f in files, I am taking, looking for a CSV file. So if I find a .csv, this f is the name of the file. So if I find a .csv inside the file, and I find it at the end of the string, so this f is a string, this is just the code to say, does it end with .csv? If it does, then I want to change the name of f. So there's shutil.move. We give it the name of a file we want to move. So we're inside of the dot folder, but we could be inside of some other folder. So dot or whatever folder slash, that's the current name. Then I have the current name plus I put on .new. Okay, I could have just, let's say, this is useful change file names. So instead of doing that, I could just print okay, and that prints off my CSV files. So the os.walk is kind of cool because it will do all the subdirectories as well. So if I say project and then useful change. So now that would have gone into all the subdirectories of this. So I should see things. There's going to be an admin It goes inside the admin directory, the homework directory, the lectures directory, the quiz directory. It goes inside all of those. So that's what os.walk does. It does the whole tree, all the files, all the subdirectories, starting from wherever I ran it, with the way I have it right here. If I just wanted to do the current directory, and that's all, not going into subdirectories, then this would be, I would put this here instead of right here. So let's look at that. So we would have instead of all of this, if we did just the os.listdir, then we would just have the current directory, not going into the subdirectories. And then we can have whatever it is that we wanted to do with all of those files. So another thing that we could do is we could, let's say, print off the first 20 characters or something like that. Maybe we would want to do that to check the start of all the files. Okay, so this would be a starting point. We're going to go through all the files, and then what's the code for getting the first 20 characters of all the files? That would be a separate thing to do. Okay.